what? Conquest. Anybody knows what is the meaning of conquest?
Prabhuji, conquest is from the word conquer.
Conquer.
Means to
Yes.
invade or to capture.
Yeah, invade, capture, get control over, win the battle, conquest. It comes from conquer, yes. This conquest happens by concentration. You see this shloka. Can you display the shloka? There are three threes here. There are three C's here. There are three C's. Here very carefully. Tani sarvani samyamya. Samyamya means keeping under control. That is first C, control. But just controlling doesn't work. We have discussed previously also. Just controlling how much we can do. We cannot control because if somebody needs to be controlled, the person who is controlling it, he needs to be above it. Otherwise, he cannot control. General terms. Your friends, parents, your relatives, can you control them by power? No. A prime minister, he can control chief ministers or the subordinates, people, by his power. But opposition party will not accept. Kiska power hai? Whose power it is? We have given the power to you, they say. So by power, even though if you think by power I can control, no, we cannot control by power completely. Now if you see, just having a power or just having a higher powers, higher position, we cannot control. Along with the power, we need a love, attachment, affection, faith, trust. Wife can control the husband. Employee can control the boss by his work, by his love, by his service. So controlling itself is not an easy task, and we don't want to control. Controlling is very, very small thing. We cannot control people. Neither we can control ourselves. Krishna says, Tani sarvani samyamya. Samyamya means controlling. First see. And understand, in the yoga process, controlling the senses, controlling ourselves is more important than controlling others. So we don't want to control anybody. Guru doesn't like to control teachers, students. Students themselves want to get controlled by Guru because they want to control themselves. And Guru, not just because of higher jnana, higher knowledge, not just because he has power, he tries to control himself. Because he controlled himself, he gets attracted. Means the disciples, they get love to stay with him and get controlled by him. Try to understand this subject. Unfortunately, we don't know what to control, and we control people in the world. We need to control our own senses. We need to control our own juvan, jivha. Today we have a task for the children. Summer online Gurukul task, children. We are going to teach them austerity of speech. 2 days back we were having an activity appreciating good qualities in others. Now today we will be having a Tani Sarvani Samyamya, controlling the senses. Out of all the senses, controlling all the senses, one sense which is most important is tongue. So that is how we control the tongue by tasting prasadam, speaking Krishna Katha. We are discussing with the children. But the point here, many of the times we don't know what to control. We control people, or we try to control the things, because people we are not able to control. So we control our phone. Hey, you are not hearing my voice? Break it. I wanted this app to be now open. It is not hearing, break it. So controlling is a big subject. Some other time we'll understand it, try to go more deeper into it. But here the basis of yoga, basis of self-realized life, spiritual life is self-control, sense control. And that is not just by power. Hey, I have a powers, I will control you. Not, it doesn't happen just because intelligence, you know this hierarchy, right? Everybody knows this hierarchy. Senses. Above senses there is a mind. Above the mind there is intelligence. Above the intelligence there is a Atma. You know this? Everybody knows this. So here mind is supposed to control the senses. But what is happening? Senses, they overpower mind. Horses, you know this example I explained previously. Horses, they overpower they don't even see how the rope is trying to control them. They don't see. The horses, they move left, right, up and down. In other way, mind is supposed to controlled by what? One step above. Yes, Siddharth. Mind is supposed to control by what?
Prabhuji,
Senses are,
intelligence.
yes, very good. Senses are supposed to be controlled by mind. Mind is supposed to be controlled by intelligence. But what is happening? Mind only is controlling intelligence. Mind is overpowering the intelligence. And similarly, intelligence need to be controlled by the soul. We the soul. But unfortunately, intelligence is overpowering the Atma. So here Krishna is explaining Tasya Prajna Pratishtitaha. One should fix a soul, we the living beings, we should fix the intelligence. But unfortunately, intelligence is pulling us. Hey, you want money, quick money? So this is the easiest route. Let's get into it. And lakhs of rupees. Hey, you want money? Cheat this guy. He's a simple guy. He has a lot of money. So intelligence, people, no, I was just discussing with one of student. He says, people have figured out all the possible ways in modern times how to earn money. All the possible ways they have figured out. कुछ लोग बिजनेस करके, कुछ लोग धोखा देके, कुछ लोग, no, there are so much. So, but unfortunately, we should fix the intelligence. We should fix the intelligence. Intelligence is making us flicker. So first one is samyamya, control. Tani sarvani samyamya, control. But it doesn't happen just because of that, just because you have a power. Oh, mind is above it. Oh, intelligence is above it. Oh, Atma is above it. I am above all this. I can control. No. That's why Krishna gives very, very important next to C, second C. That is Yukta Asita Mat Para. Yukta Asita Mat Para. Yukta Asita Mat Para. Yukta means senses cannot be controlled just because of some power. Parents, they say, right? Hey, सुबह सुबह उठ जाओ, hey study nicely, hey get job, hey earn money, hey pay here this loan. Parents say a lot, but do we really like to hear? No. In the same place, if our lover is there, or if our wife is there, or if our lovable husband is there, if he says, you no need to ask, we just give him like that. Because the love is, the affection is more powerful than power itself. So here Krishna is saying, Yukta Asita Matpara. Previously, Arjuna asked this question. Can you go to 57 shloka? Previously once. Bhanusri, can you display this shloka? 57th, I think 56th. Arjuna is asking this question. Yeah, 57, type just 57. I think 57 shloka. Arjuna is asking question. Okay, I think you have to come back. Yes. No. Okay, 58. Go to next shloka, 58. Arjuna Uvacha. No? Let me check out. Kim? No? This is a shloka. Arjuna is asking questions to about Sthitapagya to. Can you just go to translations? Just come back. Click on the chapter 2. Click on the chapter 2 above. You will get all the translations at one place. Click on the chapter 2. Previously, Arjuna asked this question. Arjuna asked. Yeah, 54. Okay. You see here, Arjuna asking this question. Sthita prajnasya kabasha samadhistasya keshava sthitadi kim prabhasheta kim asita vrajeta kim. Kim asita vrajeta kim. How he sits. How he sits. This is a literal meaning, but that day we discussed we should not take literal meaning of it. But kim asita vrajeta kim means how this a pure devotee sits. He is not asking how he sits in Vrajasan or whether he sits on chair, whether he sits on normally. No, he is not asking how he sits. He is asking how he engages his senses. Kim asita vrajeta kim, he asked. How he sits. Kim means question. Now in this shloka, come back to this shloka. Krishna is telling, this pure devotee, he controls his senses by concentration. Yukta asita matpara. Yukta asita matpara. This is the first time, first time in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is telling. Of course, he will tell ahead a lot of times. For the first time, he's saying this, Krishna, you engage your senses in my service. Matpara. For the first time, he's telling, I am the Supreme Lord, you engage in my service. Up to then, he was like, okay, relative to Arjuna. Up to then, he was like a guru, senior member, that's it. But now, he's literally speaking, these pure devotees, they engage their senses in my service. Yukta asita matpara. They fix their senses, their mind, their intelligence in my service. Matpara. See? Amazing, right? So this is the concentration. We can control our senses, we can conquer our senses, we can control our senses by concentrating on Krishna. You may think it is impractical, but it is very, very practical. I know one devotee, he was in tension, his father got accident, his brother got accident. Now his sister also got some injury on the traffic. Now he is driving very, very carefully the bike now, because the relatives called him up and said, "Arey, our own relatives are constantly getting something, kuch na kuch ho raha hai, then you be careful." So he's working in a company where he is earning a lot of money. He has everything, all the facilities are there. But still, yesterday night he was sharing with me, अरे जीवन में कुछ हो गया प्रभु, क्या करना है प्रभु? No matter how many facilities we have, we are still morose, miserable. Because mood swings, senses pulls us. No matter you have best facilities of the whole world class, best facilities, still we feel क्या है, life इतना ही है, जिंदगी ऐसी ही है. We feel morose, one feels morose. I have seen many people like that. But yukta asita matpara, without Krishna consciousness, everything is dry in this world. Everything is dry. I remembered in my college days, I was one of the good student. I was not a very bad student. 85 percentage, 87, 88, not 90. I have touched only 90 once. I was good student, more than average student. I was a class representative, good reputation. I had handsome, yeah. I had girlfriends, good roommates. We used to go for parties, movies. We could do everything. Whatever the college student is supposed to do, of course, not a nonsense. Whatever a college student is supposed to do, we have done all this. We had some memories. We were participating in drama, games, some cultural events, all that we were having it in the college days. But still, somewhere in a corner of the heart, यही है जिंदगी, ऐसी है बस. Is this what life is? So, all of a sudden, I was not able to get sleep in the night. Then early morning I used to wake up and start FM radio. And I used to hear something new I wanted to learn, something new I wanted to experience. Out of all these normal general things. Then I got Krishna consciousness. That is the time I got into Bhagavad Gita. Let me learn, let me explore this. That's how I got into this. So yukta asita matpara, by getting this Krishna consciousness, everything comes into life. Everything comes into life. Up to then, the best facilities, whatever we have, the best facilities, all those things are dry. Suka pad jata hai. It's all. Okay, you may be enjoying it, but not really. Not really. So we can conquer our senses, our mind, our intelligence. We can relish our life best when we have a Krishna consciousness. Yes. So here, this is the point. We can control our senses by concentrating on Krishna. By concentrating on Krishna. Krishna's lotus feet. I request all of you, it is not request and it is a suggestion. Yeah. It is a request plus suggestion, all of you. Whenever you feel, not just whenever you have troubles, but every day, just when we are circulating some darshan pictures in the group. Just look at the darshan of the Lord. See the lotus feet of Krishna. See the beautiful, handsome decoration of Krishna. Krishna is so beautiful. You just try to absorb. Just try to absorb yourself. Just take close darshan of the Lord. Lotus feet, it is called, they give abhaya in our life. They give us fearlessness. We don't need to bother about anything. So Prabhupada, he gives in the purport example of Ambarish Maharaj. We will discuss it tomorrow. But here you see, we can control our senses by concentrating. Matpara. Yes, matpara. Try to understand. Controlling senses is like, one may say, Prabhuji, this is not easy. It's very, very difficult. But it is not impossible. It is possible. It is not easy. We accept it. It is very, very difficult thing. But it is not impossible. It is possible. By yukta asita matpara. Yeah. So that is a key point. Control by concentration. Now when we keep on trying to do that, keep controlling on senses, mind, intelligence by experiencing the Krishna conscious pleasures, slowly, slowly, one day we can conquer, one day we can conquest this. We see that Yamunacharya shloka previously. We saw two examples previously. One is Vishwamitra, who was trying to control his senses but could not control because his lack of concentration, his lack of Krishna consciousness. He is only Jnani, he is only Tapasvi. He was not Bhakta. But in the case we have seen Haridas Thakur. Yesterday before yesterday, we discussed Haridas Thakur. How he was fully occupied his senses in the chanting the holy names, serving Krishna. Even Maya Devi could not do anything. So we should be completely occupied. Our concentration in Krishna should be increased. One may say, no, I will concentrate on my studies. I will concentrate on here. I will concentrate on my career. But if you when we concentrate on Krishna consciousness, everything gets in tuned. This is my practical experience, and this is what my suggestion. Everything gets tuned. Just hold Krishna's lotus feet tightly. Take the holy name of Krishna on daily basis. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everything gets in place. Our career, family, everything gets in place. Just we need to do this. And so slowly we'll conquest. We can conquer this. For example, if you want to tame a horse, which is a representation of senses. So these horses, it's very difficult to control these horses, So it's very difficult to control the senses. But slowly, whenever you get diverted, whenever you feel miserable, just concentrate on Krishna. Instead of that, daily basis you can chant Hare Krishna. On daily basis you can concentrate on the lotus feet of Krishna. Remember the lotus feet of Krishna. Daily basis read, hear. By this concentration you can control. Now and then you can control. But slowly when you do that, we can conquer the senses. Just example, taming the horses. So horses are representation of senses in the example, analogy, historical analogy. So these horses, it is not easy to control them. You cannot sit on a horse that much easily. It looks very easy when somebody is going on the horse. It looks very easy, but it needs a proper training to sit on the horse. Otherwise, it will make us down. So, when we are trying to control, initially taming in the training process, this horse sometimes runs fast, sometimes moves head, sometimes it moves. I have not experienced, I have seen. Sometimes it jumps backside, jumps back from backside. Sometimes it jumps from front side. One becomes unstable. So that's why initially there is a proper chair system, there is a proper seating system is arranged on the top of horse. But once the horse is trained properly, then no need of any seating system. You can just sit on that and move upon it. But when we are trying to control the taming the horse, it is very difficult. So whenever horse does such kind of nonsense, you should control it. Hey, control. When you keep on doing it, horse understands, yes, I don't have any other option other than surrender. So it surrenders to the master. Then we can conquest the horse. Then it can be used for various purposes. So sincerely, we should control our senses. Whenever it diverts, by concentration, yukta asita matpara, we should samyamya, we should control it. When we keep on controlling it, by engaging, yes, by concentration, then we can conquer these senses. We can conquer this mind. We can conquer this intelligence. So when we conquer these, then our life becomes very easy, very simple. The cause of all our problems, all our upsets, mood upsets, is this mind. This is senses. So we should focus, concentrate on Krishna's lotus feet. So in the purports, we will discuss more on the example. Prabhupada gives example of Ambarish Maharaj, I think so. Let's read. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any questions, comments, devotees? These are 3 C's. 3 C's. Control, concentration, conquer. Hare Krishna. Any questions, comments? Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.